Good. Hope you're good too.
I'm also doing well.
We thank God. We thank God. We thank God. We thank God.
Yes. Busy weekend?
Yes, I visited family. Usually when it's either Ada or any Islamic festive occasion, you're expected to visit family and then pay homage. And so, because I went to Kumasi, I couldn't do that. So yesterday.
Okay, you mean family here in Accra?
Family here in Accra, yeah.
Okay.
So yesterday I had to do that. Yes. On Saturday, Saturday was quiet. I was home throughout. Yeah, basically.
Cool.
That's it.
I was also home for the most part this weekend. Of course, church business yesterday.
Yeah,
a lot to do, a couple of meetings, but in between, was all in all a restful weekend.
Nice one.
Weekend,
We needed that.
It's important,
and of course we needed that for our rantings. Today is 1st July, right?
Yes. Second.
So had it not been because of President Akufo-Addo, today would have been a holiday.
That's true.
And 7 years down the line, I've not been convinced as to why a Republic Day, the day that the country attained a Republican status, it's not
be a holiday.
Public holiday.
Well.
Yeah. And if there's anything that I think that any decision that the president should regret taking, this should be
one of them.
Because the day that the Queen ceased to be our head of state, the day that we ceased as a country to make space for the flag of the United Kingdom, the day that we called ourselves a Republican state, right, must not be the day that we toy with in the name of just refitting and was rearranging holidays and what have you. To make this day a commemorative day is at best a travesty of justice. And West seeking to bamboozle all of us as far as our history is concerned. And it's unpardonable.
Okay.
As for 1st July, because I've engaged, and of course, you as well, top historians and then members of the academia. And they tell you that 7th January can not in any way replace 1st July. That the day that the 4th Republican Constitution was given life, i.e., this democracy that we are enjoying, that the Rawlings, together with others, gave us, is more important than 1st July, the day that the country was declared a republic.
The day you win yourself from
foreign influence. It cannot be.
Okay.
It cannot be.
Anyway, I guess we can go through the headlines this morning.
Yes, we can.
As we have it. Let me begin with the Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's see your stories there.
Hang on. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually have the graphic.
Okay.
So Daily Guide.
Okay.
The banner headline here. Blaze sues Ablakwa for 20 million CDs. Okay. Dampare still in office. Police service.
So how come they published the first story?
So what was the publication the Saturday edition or the Friday edition? Because typically Guide is Monday to Friday, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I
So
think
was
they put
there a
it
special
online.
edition on
I think
Saturday?
online.
No, I think
Friday.
Friday, yeah. I think it was captured in the Friday.
How did we miss it?
Maybe the prominence it was given.
It was hidden in the
maybe,
pages.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Also, IGP leaked tape. COP Mensa, 2 others cited for misconduct. And IB, is that report ready?
That report is ready. Yeah,
Okay.
we brought that report to listeners on Friday.
Yeah.
But of course, we intercepted the report. But then the committee's report is ready. It's been laid, but it is yet to be presented.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been advertised on other paper. So we got hold of it. And basically, what the committee is saying is that they've indicted them for misconduct. In fact, they've been able to establish that there was indeed a plot to get the IGP, George Akufu Dampare, removed. They've been able to establish that everything that was said on the tape actually captured the voices of the 4 individuals. Bugri Nabu, COP Alex Mensah, Superintendent JB, Superintendent Asari.
Okay.
Now, Superintendent JB and
You
Superintendent
mean
Asari.
Commissioner of Police Mensah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
COP Alex Mensah. Yes. Superintendent JB and then Mensah.
Now retired.
Now retired, but of course still serves on the Yoko board.
Okay.
Yes. Now, Superintendent JB and then Superintendent Asari were cited for contempt of parliament because they lied during the public hearing. They had said they never placed a phone call to Bugri Nabu or to anybody. When they went behind closed doors for the hearing, they actually admitted that they actually placed the call and they spoke to Bugri Nabu.
Yeah.
So for that, the committee has cited them for contempt of parliament, perjury, so to speak, because they lied under oath. But the long and short version of the recommendation of the committee is that the attachment committee, the president is the one clothed with the powers to sanction these senior police officers. And so the report should be forwarded to the president for the president to mete out the necessary sanctions to these individuals. Yeah. And then, of course, they make recommendations about deployment, security deployment on election day, that it must not be left to just the IGP, and measures must be put in place to ensure that there is no political interference. And then again,
so if it's not left to only the IGP, I think typically every election there's this
task force
that's created,
which is headed by the IGP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
the
it
IGP
has
is
other
one of the-
security heads as part of the committee
yes.
as head. Okay.
Of course, and they talk about appointment of the IGP, that it must be left to a commission, an independent commission,
And not the president.
and not the president.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, that's
All right. NPP,
we'll bring you more basically
Sure.
on the show. Yeah.
Sure. NPP MPs embrace Napo as running mates. That's the other headline here. And GCB Bank posts remarkable 2023 performance. That's for Daily Guide.
Yes, talking about the MPs. So the vice president and the flag bearer on Friday met not the MPs, the leadership of the majority side.
Okay.
Yes, because some
Only the front bench.
yes, because some and to rein in their members basically, because some of them had been running riot and then making comments that the party deemed inimical to its progress, right? And of course, Alexander Kwame Afenyomakin, on two separate occasions, the majority leader had reasons to caution them that nobody is perfect. So instead of pointing out the flaws of Napo, they should be helping him make up for the flaws. What if the flaws are too many? Anyway, so I'm sure that's the question they'll be asking themselves in their heads. Yeah, but that meeting has been done. Not just that, in UK, the flag bearer equally met Chema to me and then Napo. You know, they were in UK for
They have their own history in the region.
yeah, and they also smoke the peace pipe. And what Napo is saying is that his opposition was in line with the opposition of the president. If the president has now accepted, no problem. He stands where the president stands.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yes, but of course, be rest assured that there will be reactions and counter reactions.
Of course.
Yeah, and what have you. So, okay, let me give you, which paper do I have? Let me give you the publisher,
Okay.
the Ghanaian publisher. Senate Hotels sale. We will continue to engage. That's according to the Director General, Mr. Osafo Manfo. IGP not removed police. And plot to attack Ochiman Environmental Brigade uncovered. Okay, so is the task force Environmental Brigade, or the task force is equally engaged in protecting land or defending lands?
Well, they also say that the lands are part of the environment, Abi.
That's a good one. I mean, they should hire you.
No, but what's the environment? Flora and fauna, isn't it?
Yeah, but you see, it depends on what the land is being used for. If somebody is building, that's equally environmental degradation. Anyway, so that's it. And then the other headlines here: MPs applaud Information Minister over presentation of RTR report. Yes, Fatima Abubakar was in Parliament on Friday, just as is required by the Act, to give an update about the performance or otherwise of the RTI Act. So that's it for the Ghanaian publisher.
All right, so the Republic Press is what I have, and IGP's fate spark debate as police refute dismissal rumors, and Blay fights Ablakwa in court. GBA calls for end to politicization of judiciary, and Alan Chematin pledges to reform cocoa industry. Thousands join Sharaf Mohammed's health screening walk in Tamale.
Okay. Okay. The Daily Dispatch this morning. Who will be sworn in as Vice President on January 7, 2025? MPP's Opoku Prempe or NDC's Opoku Ajiman?
Okay, there's Opoku in there. So the battle of the Opokus. Opoku. You know, that it can be phase 2, right?
Fish Bay.
Very busy,
Yes,
very,
Opoku,
very
yes.
sweet and interesting face.
Yeah.
That one is Opoku. To me, I am now.
Ah, we're ready. Quaberry. Also here, there is no perfect person anywhere in the world. Afenyo marking to critics of Napo. Those are the headlines for the Daily Dispatch newspaper.
Okay, so let me give you the reviewing as Republic Press, right? Okay, so the publisher, from the Ghanaian publisher to the publisher. Majority backs Napo at meeting with Baumia. SNIT not collapsing, contributions, pensions safe. Ghana Gaming and Lottery Awards takes off, and NPP giant billboards all over again. NPP giant billboards all over again. Ghana fuels digital growth through data strategy. And of course, the picture of Napo here is one that I'm sure was taken purposely for this. Purposely. Hey, with a walking stick. Or, no, this is richness stick. You see, sometimes, there are two sticks. There's one that your money makes you get, and there's one that your limbs.
Your health. Your health will force
The
you.
clicking will be.
Yeah, when your bones start squeaking. So this one is the richness one.
Yeah.
Money.
And now that we have the stake, it means we are not going to kneel down.
No. Now we have a support.
Yeah, we have a support
We
system.
have a support system. Allah wati.
Our knees tired.
Yeah, wallahi tallahi. Yeah, so that is it for the publisher.
The custodian, $360 million IMF cash hits BOG accounts today, and a Senate DG 6 franc discussion on pension reform. NDC predicted Baumia Napo ticket in 2023. Cyprus president supports Ayoko Botwe's Commonwealth vision, and Information Minister presents RTI report to Parliament.
The Supreme newspaper, Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection doubles lead cash grants for the extreme poor. NLA Gaming Commission supports Novel Gaming and Lottery Awards. IGP leak tape, COP Mensa, 2 others cited for professional misconduct. Illegal miners take over Fantiakwa South, polluting Akusu and Birim rivers. Corporate entities, PSA and MNEs urged to use their CSR dimensions to contribute to SDGs. And NHIA fulfills payment promise for dialysis patients. Those are the headlines for the Supreme newspaper.
Let me give you the daily graphic. Here, the final one I have. Free SHS bill goes to cabinet. Seeks cancellation of BEC for senior high school admissions. Senior high school to be 6 years.
That's junior high and senior high is one, or that's different?
It doesn't communicate
I
that
think
here.
so.
I'm coming.
I think so.
So it says that free SHS bill goes to cabinet. Seeks cancellation of BEC
Yeah.
for senior high school admissions. It is the exam that's going to be cancelled.
Yes.
Not junior high school. If it says
So-
seeks the cancellation of junior high school,
Yes. No. They are cancelling which exam?
basic certificate examination,
Which means that
you move.
there will be no break
Yes,
from junior high 1
yes,
to SHS 3.
exactly.
So 6
then
years.
why then do you say that senior high school to be 6 years? It must not be senior high school to be 6 years, unless you are scrapping
it's
junior high school.
secondary education.
Exactly.
6 years, not senior
Exactly.
high. Yes.
Yeah. So the story. Let me try and give you the story. The free senior high school bill 2024 will be presented to cabinet for debate this week. The proposed bill, being drafted by the Ministry of Education, is to give legal backing to the provision of free and compulsory education of the senior high school level, or at the senior high school level. The Minister for Education, Dr. Yawosedi Chum, said last Friday that the bill will also propose the decoupling of junior high school from basic school and make it part of secondary school, thereby creating 6 years of secondary education. Yes,
Exactly.
so 6 years of secondary education. The minister said another proposal of the bill was the cancellation of the basic education certificate examination as a precondition for gaining admission to the secondary level. Rather, it will be used for school selection purposes. Okay, so they will still write the exams, but the exams will be used for school selection purposes.
I don't understand
It doesn't make sense. So it says the minister said another proposal of the bill was the cancellation of the basic education certificate examination (BECE) as a precondition for gaining admission to the secondary level. Rather, it will be used for school selection purposes.
Still confusing.
Yeah, still
That's the
confusing.
same. That's what.
Yeah,
BECE
yeah, that's what BEC is. It's
So
not
if you are
meant-
cancelling it as what?
yeah,
It won't be an external exam. What will continuous assessment mean?
yes,
You know, and again, the other question to ask is, if secondary education is now going to be from junior high school 1
Yeah.
to SGS 3, 6 years,
yeah,
what would it mean for free SHS? Will free SHS start from SHS 1 or would it start from DHS 1?
it will have to start from DHS. So then it means that that's an expansion of the existing free SHS.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what it will also mean for cost?
cost, obviously.
It's important to
Yeah.
watch.
When passed, the certification for completing senior high school will become the first level of formal certificate any student could obtain in the country. So in essence, it's a certificate that is going to be yanked, not the examination. You write the exams, but the exams is meant for
Selection.
your selection to a senior high school.
So it will
But,
be
but
like
BEC certificate anyway. You proceed from.
What can you use the certificate for anyway?
in the past,
Yeah.
before the system was introduced, there was
Yeah.
the O level and A level.
Yes.
So it was, I think it was, okay,
5 years.
it was 5-2,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
5 years and then
yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Now this is 3-3.
Yeah.
Junior high, senior high, 3-3.
Yeah, and then you get a certificate for secondary education.
Yes. But the difference then was that if you do 5 years for your O levels, your O level certificate could enable you do many
You
things.
do many things, yes. And then you top up and go for the advanced level.
Exactly.
A level.
For the A level before you can think of going to the university.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see what this new system will bring.
Exactly.
I've heard some who have argued that if this is what we're going to do with it, we might as well bring the O and A level back.
Yes.
But there is a cost element to that. That's more expensive.
Yeah.
See.
What goes into that system is far, far more expensive.
See, I see a problem. I see a problem here. And the problem here, say, I warned you here first. We are seeking to give legal backing to free senior high school. Unfortunately, what I'm seeing here is a groundswell educational reform that has got nothing to do with.
Free
BEC,
SHS.
yeah.
That's the point. And that's
I
what
think-
we are tying them together.
The two of them have been going hand in hand from year one, if you watch.
That's the
because they
plus.
have done basic education curricular reform. Now it's coming to secondary. Then they'll switch to tertiary as well.
That's the point. So then, if you say no to the groundswell reform,
Yeah.
it means that you are saying no
To free
to
SHS.
Yeah, there you have it.
Look,
Like I said, you see, when it comes to education, the way we've managed our educational system in this country, and I've always maintained this, that one day we'll have a madman who will have political power, who will break down everything and reform it in a bizarre way. And we don't have a say because we have voted for that person. Unfortunately, that's what we have done in this country, where it's the governing party that determines how our kids get their education. And it's been like that.
Some things should be national in character.
That's the point.
I think
Especially
the focus is
education.
everybody wants to leave a certain legacy.
Yeah.
So this was done under my tenure. And
Exactly.
when there's that fixation on legacy, this is what
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
So 3 years, 4
yeah.
years. 3 years, 4 years.
But Lawrence brought DSS, right?
Anthony Abenkwan.
And he yanked the O level and the
Yeah,
A level,
yeah.
right? Okay. So Kufuor decided to make senior high school 4 years, right? Despite the advice from the experts.
His own committee, a
The
committee,
committee that he set
yeah.
up
Yeah.
said it should maintain the 3 years. No, that's 3 years is Lawrence. Anything Lawrence, let's scale it. Okay. And then we went to 4 years, right? Down the line, Atamos came and said, let me go by Kufuor's own committee's report. And if you remember, there was a challenge with infrastructure.
Yeah.
They had to, in fact, contractors had to work day and night to make up for the deficit. And then here we are.
And for those wondering which committee that before they didn't adhere to, that
Anamwa committee report. So here we are. And like I said, unfortunately, we've left this to the politicians. They determine the education our children get. But guess what? Their children are using the British curriculum, the American curriculum, because that's where they school, and that's static.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether Joe Biden is the president.
It doesn't
change. Matter where it doesn't change. But here, oh gosh, hey, Charlie, country called Ghana.
Anyway, okay. Online, I guess. Okay. Starfm.com.gh. These are the headlines you find there this morning. Okay. NHI released over 500,000 CDs to selected health facilities for free dialysis. UGMC successfully performed 6 kidney transplants.
Yeah.
Reports of dam Paris removal, fake. That's according to the police. Freddie Blay, Kwame Blay, drag Ablakwa, Media General Johnny Hughes to court for defamation. EP Church Women's Ministry at 40. Lordina Mahama emphasizes role of women. Okay. World Olympics Day, Path Others champion regular exercising to curb, what's that? To curb NCD deaths. That's non-communicable disease deaths in Ghana. NCD. Okay. All right. That's for starfm.com.gh. For City Newsroom this morning, these are the headlines you find. NEC warns against ousting IGP to rake December polls. Northern Region, discovery of 2 murdered children sparks tension at Banvim. UGMC successfully completes first set of 6 kidney transplant surgeries. Mahama hates free SHS. He will cancel it if elected. Nana B. Why does everyone want to be an MP? Asante questions Bagbin. Does everyone want to be MP?
Many people want to be. Okay, I think the question should be, why does everybody want to be a politician? Yeah.
That's where the answer lies.
Yeah. It pays quickly. It pays quickly. And if you're doubting, just look around you. Just go back to your year group.
Yeah.
And then look at your mates who became politicians. And your answer is there. Yeah. It's just asking, why does everybody want to leave Ghana? Right. Okay. A piece. You see,
depends on where you're going to.
It shortens. No, in fact, it doesn't matter where you're going to.
I should to go.
We say move forward. We didn't say go back. We say go forward. So here's the thing: if it will have taken you about 20 years to make it in Ghana, right? Living Ghana shortens it to maximum 5 years, and evidence abound.
You go become.
That's the thing. And then you can actually come back.
Even with the Togo thing, somebody will argue that slow motion is better than no motion.
No motion. At least you have moved a step further away from Ghana.
Anyway, FDA cautions public against patronizing adulterated foods. And disregard fake reports on IGP's removal. Police. Nigeria's Naira rated worst performing currency globally for first half.
They've taken over from the city.
Yeah. Police arrest 6 for allegedly burning 60-year-old man to death. I mean, how? So this man was burned to death at Achonwa in the Ahanta West municipality of the Western Region. It happened last Thursday. Following a mob action against a fetish priest from Achonwa, reported the late Isaac Ansah to the elders of the town that Ansah submitted 14 persons from the community for him to kill them. The late Ansah was already serving over 2 years from the community for a previous allegation of causing the death of a resident spiritually. Wow.
We are equally told of a ritualist in Tamale who has been arrested, and then bodies of about 8
missing kids,
children been discovered. You remember that man at Dakuman?
You want to say Beckley?
Yeah, Dr.
Beckley.
Beckley.
Beckley was everywhere. Look,
Oh, yeah.
when I was a child, there was this neighborhood that because parents didn't want us kids
Yeah.
to go,
Yeah.
they told us there was this big house that was
Yeah.
empty. They
Yeah.
told us
It was
that
fine.
was Beckley's house.
Charlie.
And look, until I got to I think age 14 or 15, I never,
never went
dared. It
closer.
never-
yeah. And for the Indomie generation who might not know who Beckley was,
Yeah.
Dr. Beckley.
Dr. Beckley, a very respectable man until his arrest.
Yeah.
Not knowing he was a ritualist. And
PNP used to have a special order for him.
Yeah.
Features and all.
Yeah. Not knowing he was a ritualist and he was engaged in human sacrifice. And so when he was arrested, it was a big deal in this country. We are telling you because we were not alive then. It was a big, that was under Chairman Rollins.
Yeah. The arrest wasn't on the Chairman Rollins. No, it was Kufuor's time.
It was Kufuor,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
Kufuor's
Kufuor's time,
I think the early
Kufuor's
years.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, that's Dr. Beckley for you. Yeah.
It was Kofi Chinto.
Beckley.
Was that? No.
No,
okay.
Chinto is not.
Different person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was on Rollins, no?
Yeah.
Severed heads.
Yeah.
Severed heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there was one that we never
Well,
go into.
Kofi Chinto was even before NDC. Well, that was PNDC time.
Yeah.
Way
Chinto,
back. And then of course there was also the killing of the women in the year 2000.
Yeah, a certain Kwanzaa was arrested.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's a
yeah,
whole story
yeah,
about whether he indeed he was the one.
And you see, if you guys, and of course that again, we taking you back because you were not there. So, if you guys felt it
See,
is bizarre.
there are some who don't even know that Rollins was once called Chairman Rollins.
Chairman
So
Rollins.
you think that is fine.
Yes. If you guys feel weird in hearing, for instance, a certain government or a ruling political party argue that the elections that ousted them were rigged, and then you wonder why an incumbent government or incumbent party will be shouting the elections were rigged against that same party that had all the machinery and what have you to ensure that the elections were not rigged. Then wait for this. The murder of the women. Chairman Rollins was blaming the opposition. Meanwhile, he was the president. He had the police. He had the military. He had everybody.
I'm sure your next area, the next area you want to touch on will be chemical interrogation.
Yes.
Because that also
Yes.
lie detector.
Yeah, lie detector.
Charlie, we've come from far.
The way Chairman Rollins believe in lie detector.
Yeah.
But science has actually taught us that. You
They
can
said-
actually beat it.
They said there were some people. They had to go. I had very interesting stories about people who had to go and learn how to beat the lie detector.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And they were beating
Oh
it.
yeah, they were beating it.
Yeah,
Beating a flat.
Hands down.
Control
You just
your
have
emotions.
to stay calm.
Yeah.
Because it's basically that's just stay calm. Numb your emotions and then that's it. Answer
Yeah.
every question and you beat it.
Yeah.
And science has taught us this. But yes, still, Chairman believed in this. Yeah. And then I'm sure you also bring in how we had intelligence systems. We're actually gathering intelligence on the US.
Oh, the Sosodis
On the-
encounter. Michael Sosodis
Yeah.
encounter.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
We had spies.
Yeah.
Imagine. We had spies.
Yeah.
Those days,
Yeah.
as a country.
And then there was an exchange.
Oh,
there
yes.
was an
There was an
exchange.
exchange.
Yes.
I don't
Yes. Charlie, Ghana has ever been. Oh.
Look, okay, it's fine. We still have fine brains in our security architecture.
Oh, yeah, no, we do.
We're talking
We
about
do.
the era that had Baglaja.
Yeah.
Captain Kojo Chikata and
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
who had
Yeah.
been with.
Yeah. The Peter Namfuris
Yeah.
and Charlie. Then there was another one. Is it Adama, something. Ni Okaija Adama Fuse.
Yes.
Yeah, Charlie. It's not easy. We've been. We shall get there.
Times and times.
Yeah.
But for the Gen Zs listening to us, please go and read about Michael Sosodis. Go and read about him, the intelligence officer who was able to corrupt a CIA asset in Ghana.
Yeah.
He went to US, was arrested. The terms was that we needed exchange.
Yeah.
He had Ghanaians who were also assets for the US, and
Yeah.
the US feared for their life.
Yeah.
So they had to be driven to Togo
Yeah.
for the exchange.
Yeah.
Now, you can find that in Working with Rollins. The book that
Yeah.
Ahoy wrote.
Ahoy.
Yeah.
Isn't there? The full story is in
Yeah.
there to
Yeah.
read and understand.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah. Yeah.
History has an interesting way of having you appreciate the things that happen
Very,
today.
very, very. Especially if you situate it in the context of WikiLeaks. where all they needed was to just put some tea in front of us, and then we
No, but
started
see,
singing.
truth is this. When it comes to intelligence,
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter whether it is tea.
Oh yeah.
When people are relaxed,
Yeah.
they are in an environment that they find comfortable.
Yeah.
They say the things that ordinarily they
Yeah,
will
wouldn't
never say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So when they're intoxicated, somewhat tipsy
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
conversations begin.
Yeah.
Before you know,
They've spoken the truth.
things are out.
Yeah.
No, sometimes do they lie?
No, under intoxication you can
To
only
try and feel like
Yeah,
they belong,
yeah,
they do lie as well.
You see, when you are high,
Yeah.
when you are intoxicated, you behave like a kid. Kids don't lie. You know that, right?
No, but you also look. I've seen people who are tipsy, who try and impress by lying.
They boast, and you can tell they are boasting.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if they are telling you somebody else's story,
Yeah.
my brother, they are telling the truth.
No, you see, sometimes they are telling somebody's story as they heard it.
Haven't you heard this before? That you can't face your mother-in-law sober. Because if I tell her,
Oh dear,
Anyway.
man.
what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, somebody is asking whether you've been tipsy before,
Oh, never.
and that if you have a conversation with the imam.
Yeah.
Sunday,
You see?
good morning.
Yeah, Sunday, good morning. The thing is, we mingle.
Yeah.
We gather. We actually get to understand.
It is possible to be where it's happening, but not be part of
Almost
it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I remember my colleague saying that Adasa. He said in Ashanti, every Alasan is Adasa.
Yeah.
Adasa, Uncle Fono Frewo. To wait, they've heard some azan somewhere, and then they think like, yeah, once you're a Muslim, your people are
Yeah.
calling you. That's what you do.
Man, Charlie, that my Friday episode. One of these days we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Hey, I see you today. You lie. I'm not gonna make you go.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's it, Charlie.
Because I told you, right?
Yeah.
Say Charlie, today there you lie. And then they meet you now. So. Anyway, okay. I guess that should do it for the issue. I think for good reason. Let's see what's going on. Let's update on the Kenya situation.
Yeah.
Because a lot, beyond the withdrawal of the bill,
Yeah.
there's also been some moves being taken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they are quite far reaching. I'm like, wow.
Well, yeah, we asked the youth to nominate 2 people,
Yeah.
civil society 2 people. Wow. If there is anything called wake up, that's what Ruto has just had. Wake up.
And look, in all of this, what I admire from the Kenyan system is the checks and balances.
Oh,
You
yeah.
saw how the judiciary behaved.
Yeah. The Bar Association.
The
Yes.
Bar Association
Yep.
behaved
Yes.
and everything.
The judge said, no, you guys are arresting too many people, so we have to extend the court certain hours.
There is an injunction
Yeah.
on the use of tear gas.
Yes.
Injunction.
Yes.
Who bond up? You see, even for let me mention, for the likes of Voma, who even cross their mind
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
file for an injunction in
Yeah.
Ghana, restraining the police.
Yeah, because you know it won't be granted.
Who even cross
They'll tell you
their
that it's a
mind? Who
license
bond
for
up?
you to go and misbehave.
Like-
So then they'll tell you that you are rendering the police force powerless.
Who even cross your mind?
Charlie.
Anyway.
We have a lot to
All
learn.
right. Okay.
I will learn to learn. I was saying then basically the argument about the economic conditions in Kenya and as compared to here, it's a non-starter. It's a non-starter. You can say that Kenyans probably have been used to better economic indicators, and that's how come a little because their inflation is about half of ours, right?
Yep.
They are, even though they are still also under an IMF program, their debt levels are much better than ours. They've not suspended the payment of their debt. They actually
they're still
pay.
servicing their debt.
Yes. And yet still they want to touch their parliament. We there. But you see, that's what makes it Ghanaian. Yeah. You pass them, it's Russell. And it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
Basically.
Anyway, okay, guys. I guess that should do it for the interview this morning. Quick break. When we're back, we'll find out what's in the courts. Bring you first check and more right here on The Morning Star. Stay with us.